On today's Easter special episode of the Cover Podcast, we'll be discussing, in the spirit of Easter, the greatest comebacks, your greatest favorite comebacks in LaSalle sports in the UAP, and previewing the upcoming matchup between the DLSU Lady Spikers and the Adamson Falcons. And to that, with me today, Kiko today is Vic. Say hello. Happy Easter to you.
Happy Esther. Happy
Happy
Esther.
Esther.
Yes. Happy
and
Esther.
and Brian.
Hello mga pre.
Hello. Wala pang pre. Wala pang ano. Baka mauna yung ano. Wala pa pre. Wala pang present. Baka maano. Easter, baka ma-itlog yan, di ba?
Baka
itlog yan in spirit of Easter. Ma-hatch agad yung egg, di ba? Di pa mga ng Easter bunny nag-hatch na. Thanks guys. Happy Easter to you guys. So, we've asked our audience to submit what were their most memorable or favorite comebacks in LaSalle sports, and thank you for everyone for submitting their answers. We'll discuss your answers and we'll go talk about the women's preview as we take on Shai Natura University in the UAAP. So, guys, we've been watching UAAP throughout the years. We've had memorable comebacks, memorable seasons, memorable games that etched in our memory that even despite all the years that go by, we always remember those games and can really never forget them. It is this famous comebacks in different sports. So thank you everyone for submitting. So Vic, ito yung mga what the Spanish call remontada. Yan, mga totoong remontada. Remontada. Yan, so the Spanish call remontada. So let's start off with that football reference. It's from Mr. Vic Hapin himself. Sabi niya, actually for Vic and it's from start off from football. Let's start with Pee-wee Enriquez.
Si Pee-wee yan.
Si Pee-wee.
Kasi magkakasama kami niyan sa McKinley Hill.
Cover pa nga ako niyan eh.
Oo.
Yeah. You're there. It was DLSU versus NU men's football at McKinley pitch. So, Pacific Hapin. Epic yun. Saya, according to Pee-wee Enriquez. So, I think we were down 2-0 in that game, if I remember correctly.
2-1.
2-1 in going into stoppage time, and we won 3-2, if I remember correctly. Yan.
Dalawang injury time goals, so parang Man United Leon for me. Tsaka backpass di ba Vic? Naalala mo yung backpass?
Backpass. Hindi kasi nakakatawa nun, nung bago mag-backpass, yung on the opposite side, not sure if which NU varsity team it was. Nag-cheer sila, nag-wave sila, gano'n. Tapos nag-backpass. Nag-error.
Tutunan yun, di ba? Tutunan nung nag-ano sila.
Hindi ko maalala. Basta akala nila siguro sure win sila, something like that. So, yun. Tapos nagkamalas-malas sila.
That's a rare sight kasi usually sa men's football tayo yung hinahabol eh. Pag siya sa atin nakahabol yung kalaban. Lots of heartbreaking finals. Next, guys, we go to men's basketball. Vic Hapin, your entry, 2002, LaSalle UST elimination, second round, Nino Aquino. If had we not caught up, it would have been the Cyrus Baguio game. If you remember, people on the show in the game.
Pero alam mo, side story tayo a little bit. Minsan napapaisip ako, what if we lost na lang sa game na yan?
So 2002, LaSalle was, for college, LaSalle was, sa mga younger viewers, LaSalle was undefeated. 2002 pa. Diba? We ended up losing the last game, the elimination round to Ateneo.
Yes.
Naging 13-1 tayo.
Kaya ng 13-1. Yep.
So you're thinking, Vic, if we had lost this game, we'd have beat Ateneo.
Wala nang pressure.
And in the finals, we have handled them in the finals, most probably.
Baka nag-5 feet pa tayo that year. Yun lang.
What if ko dyan. If you go back in time like the Avengers, alam mo na gagawin. Yun kay Joseph Yo. Huwag mo na habulin. Kaya Mike Curtis, sabihin mo na.
Sa atin na lang manalo. Second round na lang. Hanggang sa atin kayo manalo.
Huwag yun na habulin yun.
Ang naisip ko dyan is what, if we lost that bad, kung hindi na tayo nakahabol, if we lost that bad, it will be a wake-up. Pwedeng double-edged sword nga lang. Parang, it's either we come back stronger the next game or it will show the true character of the team moving forward, no? Pero yun lang. Pero pero nevertheless, we cannot take away the fact na yun nga, kumbaga UST was really playing well on that game. Grabe lang talaga. Grabe yung until Mike Cortez showed what kind of stuff is made of, di ba? Parang
what was UST's biggest lead nung ano na yun?
20 plus yun.
20 plus in the second half if I remember correctly.
Yes.
20 plus na yun.
Yan.
Sinabol
Tapos
natin.
we were able to cut it down to around 10-11, I think, entering fourth quarter. So doon na lang. Palitan na lang until
in overtime.
We managed to snuck in.
It was essentially a home game Kasi nasa ano lang yun. Ang daming
sa Ninoy. Kaya nga
Ninoy lang.
Yan.
Kasi di ka nahabol ng prof mo ngayon. Sana naman hindi na.
Wala na. Kaya nga
di ka naman na FDA Okay na yun. Di ka naman yata na failure due to absence.
Wala naman. Medyo aware naman tayo pag mag-FDA na tayo.
Okay. Next one, guys, from Anton Achacoso, another friend of the podcast. Game 2, 2017 finals. Down 20 versus Ateneo, then Rafa Dinglasan. I remember in Patreon. Kasama si Pep Abisilla. So,
yeah.
Football kayo si Pep. Rallied the crowd during halftime.
Basta Pep.
We went on to win and tie the series at 1-1. So Ateneo, I remember we had Ben Mbala, Richie Rivero. Ateneo and Tabs team was starting to show what they were made of. Lost game 1. We won game 2. First half, down tayo malaki. I think Ateneo were handing out their championship shirts already kung pwede lang.
Actually, dami na nun.
So,
kasi we were playing so bad.
Then I think some comebacks, you see the players willed it, diba? Or you see there's a turning point with the players. Here, a crowd played a big role in turning around that game into help. I remember that and help pushing the players. The crowd was motivated as well. So that was a good that's a good memory. Yun nga, like at saka says here, we went on to win and tie the series at 1-1. I don't remember anything else after that series.
Wala na.
Parang season 87 lang, no? Parang season 87 basketball lang.
Nagkaroon na ng pandemic. Tapos, pagising ko, champion na tayo 2023.
Ayan. Best, if I remember, best of 2 lang yun yung finals na yun for some reason. Best of 2.
2 legs. 2 legs lang.
Like 2 legs.
2 legs.
2 legs. Yun lang.
All right. Thank you, Anton, for and another last entry for Audrey Sanchez says 2013 LaSalle UST men's basketball finals game 3. UST went on a big run.
Yep.
And we went on a big run to catch up in the second half. I remember Thomas Torres 3 to tie it or take
yun actually pang lamang 1 point. That was a corner.
Pang lamang 1 point to take the lead. The one.
Third quarter yata.
Yes, pero nakascore si Sheriff. Nakascore si Sheriff para lamang yung UST ng 1 point.
Agad. Yes, agad.
Nakabalik
agad
Pero yung momentum nasa atin na nun.
Nasa atin pa din. And actually, iniisip ko na, mas okay na nga na nakascore si Sheriff para at least yung pressure nasa UST pa din kasi lamang sila ng 4 ng 1 point diba? But momentum was still with us. Kasi kung kunwari lamang tayo ng 1 point, baka UST will take that.
Baka mag-lax Baka mag-lax tayo bigla
Then, we won that game in overtime. I remember si Jeron Teng had the chance to win the game. Pero yung drop-off pass niya kay Arnold Van Opstal was a bit too strong. And of course, the rest is history, yung hashtag ni Audrey Sanchez series. Hashtag King Archer Aljon. And
pero
I'm not sure.
Talaga yun. Good defense naman. Good awareness and good defense naman sa atin.
Good defense yun.
Hindi madaling, walang madaling pasa at that point. Kasi, basically, Jero na ang tangkad, AVO na ang tangkad. Kalaban mo yung sideline, kalaban mo yung baseline. So, siguro the only way na pwedeng matakasan ni Aljon was to bounce off the foot of the play. Pero hindi ka rin sigurado doon kasi pag hindi na outside yun at nadampot either or, baka walang Almon Posotros na game winner.
Jumper.
Baka doon pa lang nakalamang na tayo agad dahil pag hindi na bounce off ng maayos ni Aljon yun sa paa ni Jeron or ni ABO, baka easy 2 points yun.
And I would add, to be fair to Aljon naman, may arc yung shot niya. So, it wasn't a total botched effort. Like, if pumasok yun, di ba? Who knows?
Ano yun eh, 50-50 naman na talaga.
Kaya nga, it was still a good attempt. Kasi nung tinira niya yun, kinabahan ako, I was on the other side.
Kasi straight yun eh. Diretso yun.
Oo, kaya nga, hindi siya yung pag nirelease mo, alam mo na wala.
Alam mong wala. Yeah.
Pero okay na sa akin na hindi yun yung pumasok, tapos nabelo tayo the next season. Kasi at least sa semis pa yun eh. Ang sakit yun pag sa finals game 3, yung belo moment. So at least sa atin nung semis, okay lang. To touch on that belo reverse comeback kasi tayo yung talo din.
Yeah. Then I guess one honorable mention from me for men's basketball. Back in the NCAA days though, but it's part of the legend of Ling Engbeng finals against Ateneo. Ateneo didn't know if he was playing. There's rumors he was injured. Wala siya ng warm-up. When it came to the jump ball, tumingin yung for the Lasal players dun sa locker room, tapos lumabas si Ling Engbeng. It's a great comeback story. Yeah. Pang-Hollywood movie. That's the legend. I'm not sure if it happened. That's how it happened, but it added to the game and we beat Ateneo in that game.
Buti hindi pa uso social media nun.
Wala. Nandun na. May nag-tweet na ano. Diyan sa likod. Actually,
malamang hindi yan naitago. Yung ano pa to, kumalat na agad yan. Hindi, maglalaro si Ling Engbeng.
may nag-tweet. Or baka yung player mismo nag-post na may TikTok siya na maglalaro siya. Knowing the generation of players nowadays. Okay, guys. Now going to comebacks in women's volleyball. We had a number of submissions to this too. Interesting kasi women's volleyball, bihira tayo naghahabol. In volleyball, so I guess bihira tayo naghahabol. Sila man tayo. Man, diba? First is it is from JD Salonga. I remember. He said season 82 question mark
77.
74 or 77?
74.
74, but favorite number niya 77.
Pero parang women's, JD 77 lagi.
Yan. Women's volleyball finals year 2011. Game 2 versus UST was down 19-24 in the third set. But though Lasal was up 2 sets, hinabol nila yung 19-24 na yon to win 28-26. Said it was a Paneng Mercado happened. Game ended 28-26 a DMAC attack error. So must have been an epic game between Lasal UST in the finals. So classic, diba? 24-19 siya ba? Suko ka na yun eh. Diba?
Next set.
You're gonna rush for the next set, diba? Essentially you're up 2 sets. Okay, babuin namin sa 4th set. So great heart showed by Paneng and company to seal that game against UST. Okay.
Kicks, ko lang. I think meron din tayong ganyang moment nung I recall si Cub yung nasa set. Si Cub was the one serving. I think UP ka ba natin. I think where
ay, ito yung nakailan si Cub. Nakailan si Cub. I remember.
Puro service aces.
Diretso siya eh.
Nakailang service aces to beat.
Nangawit na natin si Cub nun eh. Nakaka-serve.
Diba? I think di ko alam kung 23-20 o 24-20 din yan. Basta down tayo against UP on that set.
Tapos dire-diretso si Cub nun eh. I remember that game.
Correct. So until we won that particular set.
Yeah. Next is from @ID. This is from our YouTube @ID_number ID 113 XXXXX 5X. Season 78, we took the women's volleyball crown from Ateneo after loss in 76-77. Marries of the great KKD. So this is the era of Tai Bundit.
Yung tinalo ulit si Tai. Yung tinalo ulit natin si Tai after losing twice.
76-77. I guess what's here is the great Ramil redemption story too na yes. He's no longer the top coach in Philippine volleyball. It's Coach Tai now.
Kasi they won back-to-back kay Coach Tai.
Dahil makrack si Coach Tai nun eh. We come back season 78. I've never looked back since. We haven't seen Ateneo back since. Diba? In that level of dominance.
I mean, we're not bashing or anything, but it's just real talk lang din naman na I think after they won the championship 2019, although they didn't beat us that year sa eliminations kay Coach.
Correct.
Then after that wala na, it was downhill from there for
Correct. So it's great because everyone was saying that it was really the changing of the guard is the new dominant force in volleyball, and Coach Ramil, KKD, Machoy showed what we were made of in the South. So it was a great memory from that, bouncing back in that way in season 78. And finally, Alvin Adriano from 2023 reverse sweep against NU for the 2023 V-Ball volleyball title. So after COVID, NU takes the title. NU's the favorites. We bounce back and take the crown back from them. And in that game, we were down 2 sets, come back to win 3-2. So thank you guys for your submissions of all your favorite LaSalle comeback stories for Easter special. Hopefully you'll be seeing more of these special memories along the way in future seasons ahead. Not good for
Sana
magdadagan.
Not good for the heart, pero
not good for the heart. I'd rather win by 20 every time, whether by 3 sets every time kung pwede. Pero if it comes to that, it's what makes these memories special, diba? Becomes part of you don't have to, ito mga games Vic and Brian sa sports, diba? You don't have to talk about watch the replay or the highlights, but say yung down 2 sets tayo sa NU habol natin, or yung overtime game versus UST na hinabol natin 20 points, diba? They become part of LaSalle lore, and it's part of passed on as tradition of LaSalle sports. Okay, guys, so that's it for our Easter episode. Thank you for making Easter episode for your best LaSalle comebacks, stories, or memories. We'll be talking about the preview of the Lady Spider vs. Adamson Lady Falcons coming up later on the week. But first, I can thank our podcast sponsors. First, Blue Fire LPG. As you say, it's only blue that's right for you for all your LPG needs, for your cafeterias, offices, canteens. Contact Blue Fire LPG on social media. Next, Sabi Skincare. For fresher, rejuvenated skin, see Sabi Skincare on social media. And finally, Ibarra watches. We're going to be announcing the winner. We'll be contacting, actually, by this time of the episode, we have contacted the winner of our Ibarra Trofeo Green Watch. So we look forward to saying that to you soon. We'll be posting that announcement once you've confirmed. And check out Ibarra Trofeo White at the Dilas AA office from Ibarra, Manila. Check them out on Instagram as well. All right. Okay, guys. Now we go to previewing the DLSU Lady Spider versus Adamson Lady Falcons, or as we call it, Shiny Tura University. She's really the one-man force, one-man team this season. Guys, what I think coming back is we're expecting after the win against UST, diba, we can rack up there so the season,
win all the way.
Finish the season strong. Win all the way. We hit a speed bump against UP right before the Holy Week break. Let's go to first, Brian. What are you looking for in the team to bounce back against the loss to UP? We're surprised by it. And what are you looking for in the game against Adamson?
Not surprised by how it happened nung natalo sa UP. Pero syempre surprised that they let it happen. Kasi yun nga, we will keep coming back to it. If we dealt with the first set against UP, could have really changed the momentum, the tone of the game, and could have won by straight sets. Kasi as we've seen in sets 2-3, I think that's what the true Lady Spikers form can be. Being clinical in sets 2-3. Ang problema, they weren't in sets 1 and 4, and then set 5, they really started slow and UP capitalized. So I guess for LaSalle to really set the tone, imperative now you win set 1 kasi you've been having these games na natatalo ka sa set 1, and even if kaya mo manalo ng 1 or 2 sets pa after that, iba pa rin if you start on the front foot. So I guess against Adamson, and we've shown it in the first round against them as well. We won set 1, but it was a close affair. So, ibig ko sabihin dito, if Adamson emulates what UP did and wins set 1, edi magkakakumpiyansa sila na, oh, okay, we can take 1 set, then we just need 2 more. Ganyan. And maybe the third set is a shortened set kung umabot ng 5 sets, diba? That's what I'm thinking. And itong game na to is a good way for the attacks to be polished kasi I mentioned before yung Shyvana Lapot attack error in that first set against UP.
Yeah.
So if better yung setting sa kanya or if maganda yung hitting niya, maraming factors we cannot just blame the setting or cannot just blame the spiking. It's really the coordination between the two aspects of attack. So I'm interested to see how we adjust kasi darating talaga yung mga shiny Tura attacks. We will see that, but obviously we have to also work on our side of offense.
Psychologically, Vic, we were after the USC, diba? We were saying the next tough game is going to be FU. Of course, we can't overlook these other opponents, but do you think that's what happened there? Is a bit of underestimating UP? Is that the same possibility of happening against Adamson, or parang wake-up call na to sa atin na we can't take any opponent lightly? Really?
Sa akin, dapat ang treatment dito, we should see a more sense of urgency. Kasi the best, ang ano natin dito is if we can, I think tama, no, maglalaban pa NU and UST. Tama ba ako?
Yes, sa dulo.
Yeah.
No? Sila yung...
The 1 versus 2. Yeah.
If we manage to do business, sana wala ng bumps para wala na tayong virtual best of 3. Kasi right now ang hirap ayoko na i-virtual best of 3 pa si UST in case. So let's just keep our focus one match at a time and sana ako honestly I don't care if we win 3, 4 or in 5. Basta manalo sa akin, okay ako. Basta we can see na kasi yung sa UP game, parang I just felt like UP just wanted it more. Yun lang talaga. Parang we were there to win but UP just wanted it more since may sense of urgency.
Do or die sila.
Yes,
backs against the wall sila nun.
Yung UP. Kasi UP. One loss and they are out of the Final Four race na eh. So,
correct.
mas may lang talaga, UP just wanted it more on that game. So, sana sa atin parang we can show the same attitude and fight dito sa mga remaining last two elimination round matches natin to further avoid complications, and kung may injured man sa team, it will help us na maka-rest and recover as well rather than playing playoff matches pa, no? Diba? And then we can just focus entirely on ano yung magiging matchup natin sa semis. Kasi nga I think we were talking about this GC. Worst case natin dito, Bright, tama, parang playoff for number 4 pa bigla.
Yes, kaya pa.
Kung mag-slide talaga.
Pwede magtabla-tabla for 2, 3, and 4 eh. So, alam mo yun, parang...
Or 3, 4, and 5 for that matter.
Diba? So, parang
kasi
wag na natin... So, the sense of urgency comes in na wag na natin gawing komplikado yung mga bagay-bagay kasi I do believe we can win the remaining 2 matches for as long as we play our game, we stay focused, and yun nga, may sense of urgency na we want to take those games. We just don't want to win games. We want to take those games away from our opponents.
Yeah. Now, Brian, looking specifically at the Adamson game, we used to joke na we are joking na it's diba? It's a one-man team, diba? Si Shiny Tura. Great player, having an amazing season. Do you think it's as simple as stopping her and you stop Adamson?
I'd be cautious to say na ganun kasi I know 60 to 70% of the time they will go to her. Kahit nasa likod siya, they will find ways to get her involved.
And the thing with her, Bri, is opponents know the sets will go to her, di ba? Yung set. Pero nakaka-score pa rin siya eh. Nakaka-score pa rin siya.
If we do the math na nakaka-30 plus siya in many games already, tapos minsan 4 sets lang yun, 5 sets, sabihin na lang natin 6 to 8 points per set ang average ni siya and Nikira. And that's just usually coming from attacks. Minsan nakaka-block pa siya or nakaka-service.
Correct.
So it varies. But ang tingin ko na medyo na overlook with how Adamson's playing kasi alam naman natin na pupunta nga sa kanya 60 to 70% of the time, but when they go to Mordi, when they go to Nico, when they go to other players and hindi ready yung defense natin sa kanila, I think that's what would also make it problematic for us kasi naalala ko in the UP game, we didn't expect Deering to suddenly carry the burden. Parang nakatutok tayo kay Itang.
12 points? 14 points ba yung...
And that proved the difference Yun yung naging difference. Correct.
Kasi I think baka naging focus tayo kay Itang with what she was capable of doing in the NU matchup nila na she produced 30. So ngayon parang dinistribute nila and I think they made it a strength in numbers kind of game. So credit to UP there. And if Adamson finds a similar approach, let's see if they would kasi syempre parang ngayon nakikita natin live or die sila with Shaina. But yeah, medyo kailangan din bantayan yung others like si Mordi, si Nike kasi they are now finding groove whereas nung first round encounter nila, it was only their second or third game in the season and wala pa yung chemistry like kinakita nila yung team dynamics nila. But now of 12 games already under their belts, alam na rin nila how to maximize na hindi lagi pupunta kay Shaina. Majority of the time pupunta pero pag yung iba pinigyan, I think they're showing already. Yeah.
Vic, we talk about UP. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ang malaking bagay din na wala ng pressure for Adamson. That's why.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. We played UP na do or die. Ito naman si Adamson, no pressure out of the running. Ano tingin mo, Vic? Will that be on our side of the coin, diba? How big of a factor be na no pressure na si Adamson for you?
Yun din, factor din yun kasi yung iba nakaka-relax na Kaya yung iba relax na maglaro, nakakaambag, contribute na sila kasi yun nga wala na rin pressure. So that's another thing also that we can take a look at. Pero yun nga, siguro iba yung dynamic of looking at Itang only and compared to looking at Nitura only. Siguro sa akin, I'll take yung opposite of what Brian said. Sa akin, if we can take away or minimize yung scoring ni Shai, I think it will have a good chance of
force the others to beat you, kumbaga. Kung ano.
Yun,
kung kaya mong i-box and one, no? Pero volleyball style.
Box and one, volleyball style. Box and one, volleyball style. Diba?
I-triple block mo na. Yung ano.
Tapos
diba? Wala I mean, sa akin kasi, di ba, alam mo naman na sa kanya talaga pupunta So, not until you can see na yung iba, tinatalo ka. Tsaka, I mean, prepare a game plan also for the others. But I think sa akin dito is, pwede mong pakiramdaman sa game, sa match. Kung yung iba, tinatalo ka, then you do adjustments. But ang primary game plan mo is to stop siya. If she stops scoring, tignan natin if the setter will give the ball to the others and see if they can, kasi pag tingin ko naman twice or thrice ma-stop mo si Shai, I think yung setter mag-iiba niyan babato ng bola yan sa ibang hitters and see if they can produce or maybe sa kanilang middles if they can get points from them. Pero kung kung wala din, edi okay, it's good for us.
Alright, quickly, Brian, predictions.
I'll say LaSalle to win the first set and from there should be 3 sets. Putting my head on the chopping block again. Pero kung matalo tayo sa first set, obviously, things change. But I'm hoping bounce back win. They would need it. They have to treat every game from now as a Final Four game na din. Kasi kahit hindi pa to Final Four game, the implications of a loss is
malaki.
Oo. And we don't want to rely on UP forging an upset sa UST din because that's in the game before LaSalle Adamson. Yes. Parang it would be nice pero syempre wala na tayong say doon We can only
just keep it in our hands. Keep it in our hands.
Manage your business.
Prediction ko, first set win should spell a straight set win. Yun lang. I mean, it's quite logical, pero kasi I don't see us losing another set kung makuha natin yung first set. That's how I'm looking at this game.
How about you, Vic?
Ako, I want to see a sense of urgency. So, ang ano ko sana, 3 straight sets, tambak si Adamson. I mean, that's kumbaga, it's parang pakita mo na yung UP game, wala na yan. We forgot about it. We learned our mistakes. We're back in business. And ito talaga kami. Yun yung ideal ko. But still a win. I'm still going to predict a win kasi must win sa atin lahat ng naiiwan na matches sa elimination round. So, binanggit ko kanina, I don't care if it's 4-setter, 5-setter. Basta, for me, I'd want to see a win. Pero, ang ideal ko talaga is to show that we really mean business. 3 straight sets, and then we win via a comfortable margin on those 3 sets.
It's something we're very capable of. I think we're a more well-rounded team than Adamson. We have more weapons, more ways to beat you. So even if we have Shiny Tour at the best, we should have more than enough to overcome Adamson. And yeah, like you guys said, it's crucial now. No room for error if one of those that twice to beat, right? If you want to be in that log jam, we have to win our remaining games. Okay. And hopefully, guys, na may makain yung team beforehand. Yung nasabi. Guys, importante sa may makain sila.
Pero naman, should have good lunch. Saan ba yung laro nito? Mawa ata yung laro eh. Vic, baka gusto mo nabigyan ng pagkain yun. Sa Mawa ata yung...
Sa food court. Yeah, sarap doon.
My God. I really want to go into that, pero mahirap na. But,
it's something for another day.
I really want to go into that. Grabe lang.
And guys, we know there's no program is perfect. Every program has their problems. But there are some problems that are a bit overboard when it gets to the new cycle naman.
Yeah, mawa yung game palapit. So, baka gusto mo magbigay ng stats.
Just go po.
So guys, ang hindi fake news is we'll be announcing the winner soon of our raffle. We've reached out to the winner and we're posting that announcement soon for everyone. So thank you. And congratulations to the winner. Thank you for everyone for submitting their best comeback stories for our episode episode. We'll be back for Adamson recap as we wrap up the second round, Adamson and FEU. So Vic, Brian, thank you for being here. See you after the Adamson game. As we always say, guys, happy Easter and
Animo.
Animals.